Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to pot up a blueberry and to get your blueberry growing from this to this. So let's get to it. So what you're going to need is your blueberry. Here I've got a dwarf variety of blueberry which works fantastic in containers. You'll need your container and you'll want to have some holes drilled into the base to allow for drainage. Next up, you want a couple of tools, a couple of hand tools just to break up the soil and help tease the roots and get it out of the pot. Some ericaceous compost. Now that is key for blueberries. They love ericaceous compost because it's acidic and that's what they need to produce fruit and really thrive. And then some drainage for the base, and I like to use a scrap of newspaper just at the base there to stop soil washing through. An optional extra is some mulch for the top and a little bit of topsoil to help with that soil structure. First thing I'm going to do is place my newspaper at the base, just covering those holes there. Now this will rot in a few months' time, but it just helps the soil settle and establish as we're going to be watering it. It stops it washing through. So I've got that in, and here I've got these clay balls for the drainage. Now you can use shingle or crock pots or broken up tiles or anything for it really. I've got these clay balls which I find really useful as they're lightweight, so it doesn't add a huge amount of weight to the pot, whereas if you put stones and things then you're going to have a lot heavier pot, and it still does a really good job of allowing the water to drain through. So I'm just going to put those in the base there now. So what I like to do is make sure the drainage covers the whole of the base of the pot. Otherwise, if you just have one hole that gets covered with a crock pot or a piece of tile, then there's going to be soil all around the outside, which the roots can then sit in little pockets and have a massive root build up there. Whereas here, the roots are forced to spread out around the rocks, or in this case, clay balls. So get a little bit of this ericaceous compost and dress that in the base. When you get something like these sort of harder lumps, you can get a fork to break it up, or if it's soft enough you can do it with your hands. But you want to make sure it's light and fluffy, and we don't want any large clumps in there. So here is the optional extra. Just at the base I like to put a little bit of topsoil, and a worm in this case, just to give a bit of soil structure down there so the plant isn't living in compost its whole life. This also gives a heavier structure to the soil which helps retain water and allows the plant to anchor its roots down in there. If you're someone that likes to give a liquid feed, then this will help retain that and it won't just wash through the compost. Sometimes you find that when you've got a pot that's just got compost in, especially when you're watering it, it can just wash through. And if you put a liquid feed in there, then that nutrients can sometimes wash through as well. So I like to add a little bit of topsoil just to retain that there. Then mixing in again with our ericaceous, and the rest will be ericaceous from now on. So I like to have it as a layer down there, mixed in with the soil, and then we'll just have ericaceous. So you want your soil level to be up where the top of the original pot matches with the top of the new pot height. So just need a little bit more in there. As you've probably noticed, I've gone for a plastic pot here, merely because that's the one that I had, and I'd love to have really big, thick terracotta pots, but they can be quite pricey. So for this instance, I've just gone for plastic. I'm happy with that pot height. Now you want to take your blueberry out of your pot. Might need to give a little bit of a squeeze. Sometimes a tap's quite good. And if it's been in the pot for quite a while, you may have some roots coming out the base. So then you would just cut those off, and then it's easier for the pot to come off there. So you can see mine's been sat around for a little time, so I'm going to pull this moss off, and any weeds as well. If there are any weeds, do pull those off. Before we position our plant, it's well worth giving these roots a little bit of a tease. So you can see this one's been well watered, but has certainly been needing a new pot for a while. So I'm just scratching those roots to break them up to allow them not to wrap around each other and venture into the new compost here. I certainly find at the base that this happens even on regularly potted up plants, so it's well worth checking. Right, now I'm happy I've teased the roots. You want to position your plant in the centre of the pot. Then you can start filling around the outside with that compost. Blueberries really do like moist soil, so the bigger the pot the better, as it's going to hold a lot more moisture. As you'll find, if you've got a small pot, it certainly dries out a lot quicker. So as I'm filling this up, I'm just firming the soil down around there, just so the plant is stable in the middle, and then also it allows you to fill in with more compost on top of that. If you don't do this, sometimes you can find that the compost within your pot sinks and it will just need topping up, but if you just do it now, then it's going to help the plant be a lot more stable and happier. Right, so I don't want to fill the soil completely to the top of the pot, as if you do that, then every time you water it, you're either going to have to water it extremely slowly or it's going to overflow and wash that soil away. So I'm happy with that height, leaving a bit of a gap there. And something you want to consider is to make sure that the soil isn't clumped around the centre of the plant, as that can cause it to rot. So you want to leave a little bit of a gap there. Like to hit the sides of the pot, then just give it one final firm down there. Next thing you want to do is give it a really good water. Here I'm using a rose head, as that's going to allow the water to slowly trickle in rather than it all gushing in. So this is the best way to simulate rain for the plant. Now, as I said before, these plants love being moist, so give it a really good water, especially on a hot day like today. And when you are watering, you want to make sure that you give it rainwater out of your water butt, or if you've got another water source other than tap water, as that can be quite alkaline and can change the pH of your soil over time. So I highly recommend giving them rainwater when you can. Now, last thing you can do once you've given it water is to give it a bit of a mulch. By putting on a mulch after the water, you're going to help retain the moisture within that pot. And then when you water it in the future, this mulch will slowly help to feed your plant. Once again, make sure your mulch and the soil are away from the centre of that plant, as build up there can cause it to rot. And there we have it, one happy blueberry bush. Just for a bit of context, this plant was potted up 2 years ago, and I had a really good fruit crop off it last year, and you can see this year is going to be the same. And in fact, I'm finding that this one is due to be repotted again this year as well. And when I purchased this one on the right here, it was the same size as the one on the left. So once they're happy, in a good sunny position, well watered and well fed, they really can take off. And you can see what I mean about how soil level can drop over time, especially with the compost. Once potted up, position your blueberry in a sunny location, ideally with other blueberry varieties. Even if your blueberry plant is self-fertile, by positioning it with other blueberry varieties, it allows cross-pollination to occur, which will help to increase the yields and increase the size of your berries. So it's a good idea to maximise your fruit production. But do remember, as this plant is going to be in a sunny, hot location and producing juicy fruit, it is going to require a lot more watering. Now that blueberry is going to do a lot better and really start growing. That's it for this video. Hope you found it useful and entertaining. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Anyone who does so really does help the channel grow, and it's much appreciated. If you're interested in this sort of content, do check out my channel. There's lots of other gardening related videos on there. So I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.